Warning, the views and beliefs in the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Viewer discretion is advised.
Wrestling podcasting has more than one royal family.
Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap here on Boom Broadcasting. I am your host, mouthing off with Mike. And of course, in honor of tonight's premium live event for WWE Evolution, I thought it would be fitting to bring the missus into the fold. So making her Nightcap debut is Mrs. MOWM. Welcome in, Mrs. How are you?
I am doing good. Hi, everyone. I am real, in fact.
She is not a figment of my imagination. This is actually a real person. At least I hope so. I hope she is in fact a real person, because if not, then we all have to go to the doctor and essentially get our brains checked out. But yes, we are talking women's wrestling. And I thought it would be great to bring onto the show the woman behind everything you see for mouthing off with Mike and some things for Boom Broadcasting. So in case you didn't know, it is a team effort here at MOWM. The missus here, she does all of the incredible graphics. So the graphics that you get for the Nightcap, that's her. The thumbnails that you get for my videos, that's her. The other fun, other creative things that we have for mouthing off with Mike, even the logo for the show, she did it. So say thanks to her for her creative genius and making things possible. Like tonight's Nightcap here for Evolution. It's a special Nightcap here. We're celebrating women's wrestling. Of course, we're celebrating Mrs. MOWM here tonight for everything that she does. Great to see Wayne in the building. Great to see the better half. Of course, absolutely, my better half, 100%. Rhea and Naomi can be the top heels for Raw. Absolutely, Rick. Absolutely. Say her name and she appears. Welcome aboard. Yes, she's not just a figment of my imagination, guys. It's not like Al Snow carrying around the mannequin head. No, she's real. There's no fake mannequin head. So she exists. Well, I mean, besides the Penta mask and everything you got going on there. But man, what an incredible night here, guys. We've had a crazy weekend of pro wrestling. I was live for 7 hours and 20 minutes across Boom Broadcasting, mouthing off with Mike across all social media platforms yesterday for All In. Saturday night's main event and NXT Great American Bash. And it was a great time getting to hang out with all of you, talking wrestling. But tonight, for me, was especially special. Say that 5 times fast, was because tonight was Evolution, and it was the second Evolution in WWE's history, the all-women's premium live event. We had some incredible matches, I have to say. The weekend of wrestling was a lot. There's a lot to consume. I think the missus over here can really attest to that. She hadn't seen me out of the MOWM cave in about 48 hours straight. But tonight was an incredible chapter for women's wrestling and the history of women's wrestling with Evolution. We had some good stuff. I thought across the board. I don't think there was anything here tonight that lacked or left me wanting more. Maybe we could talk the main event. And maybe we can make an argument that a main event was interrupted by a Money in the Bank cash-in. But even at its core, that cash-in was incredible. Derek, thank you once again for hanging out with me yesterday for 4 hours. Derek was a part. He was a part of the show there for 4 hours yesterday. Happy Sunday. What an awesome Evolution show tonight. Absolutely. Chano's in the building. The Dean of Hate You. On-screen debut of Mrs. Mike. Are you excited to do this again tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday? Are you excited to do this again tomorrow, Tuesday, and Wednesday? Because you're hired. You're hired, babe. Welcome to the mix. You're hired.
There's a reason he's the face.
I'm the
of
face.
Mouthing Off with Mike, not me.
Should be the other way around. Now that you get to see her face. No one wants to see this ugly mug. They want to see yours. Channel with the emojis there, bud. How many libations have you had tonight, brother? Channel reposted this stream. Love to see it. Love to see it. One of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. She's gonna start making content. She's gonna do it. She's gonna start making content for Mouthing Off with Mike. She has no idea, but it's happening tonight.
Don't recall agreeing to that one.
So glad to see women's wrestling is alive and well. Shout out to all the ladies doing their thing tonight. Absolutely. Okay, take it away. Go ahead, please. I do a lot of talking. I talked for 7 hours and 20 minutes straight yesterday. You gotta give me some breathing room. Go ahead. Tell me what you thought.
I'm letting you do your thing.
Tell me what you thought of Evolution tonight as a total show.
It was an absolutely great show. First of all, we already can say that. Everyone knows that.
We can say that.
Stephanie back here is right now doing the post show.
Yes, Stephanie is doing the post show right now. We're not. We'll see if there's anything notable that comes out of the post show tonight. But other than that, we're gonna just cover Evolution. But so. Mrs. MOWM. Shall we start with some matches? Shout out to Mrs. Mouthing Off with Mike. The look of pure terror with Chano telling her she's working the nightcaps. LOL. Yeah, you guys are gonna have to clip that one. You can screenshot that. The deer in headlights look. What? Yeah, no, she's hosting tomorrow night's Monday Night Raw nightcap all by herself. She's hosting it all by herself. So Mrs. MOW. Tell us how you met. I'm sucker for love stories. Oh boy. Do we want to really go on the record here?
I mean, it's not that terrible.
It's not awful.
It's not awful.
So there was an incident where I'm kidding.
I wish it was a meet cute.
Yeah, no.
Definitely not.
So let's just say they don't sponsor us, but maybe they will when they hear this story. But we are a Tinder success story. So far. I mean, I'd like to think. You see what I go through, ladies and gentlemen. You see what she puts me through. No, but yeah, we're a Tinder success story. So far, I guess.
5 years going strong.
So far, 5 years going strong. Yeah, that's what I said. So far, yeah.
Keep him on his toes.
Yeah, keeping me on my toes. That's for sure. She's running the shows.
Jano, no.
He's running the shows for the rest of the month. Yeah, after that comment, she's running the shows for the next 2 months. Get ready, babe. Get ready to learn the
graphics. Get ready to learn the lyrics to Canva.
Get ready to get stick figure graphics. That's it. Hey, that's what's up. That is what's up. Guys, it's great to have her here on the show. I've been begging her to come on for now 2 years to talk wrestling. And to be honest, it's cool that we get to do it tonight for the second ever women's Evolution Premium Live event. So let's talk some matches, folks. The Women's Intercontinental Championship Triple Threat kicked off tonight's Evolution, and I tweeted it during the show that this was a tone setter. These three women here, Bayley, Becky, and Lyra Valkyria, set the tone tonight for Evolution, and I think we could have an argument that this could be a match of the year candidate. Mrs. MOWM, there was one thing in this match in particular that you were in awe about, so please tell the people what that very move was.
Are you talking about the final pin?
I'm talking about the final pin, yes.
Well, that was not exactly how I expected the match to go. That is not how you predicted the match to go either.
Listen, I'm not doing my track record for predictions is not great. We'll get into that later in on the show, and we'll give you my history for the weekend, but it's not good.
I was really hoping that we were going to give Bayley the chance here to finally have her moment after being cucked out of WrestleMania and taken out of WrestleMania. Sorry to the Prez. There's a reason we're together. Give her a chance. I really did, but I guess we're gonna keep the storyline going. Maybe have a Bailey crash out, and I guess they're gonna keep it with Becky for a bit. See where that goes. What did you think?
I liked it. I thought, like I said, I thought it was a damn good match. I thought it was a match of the year candidate. Yeah, I mean, I would have liked to see Bailey win. That was my prediction, but we know how my predictions go. They don't go well. They don't go well at all.
You're really good.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I'm on the ball. I mean, we did say I did nail the Blake Monroe heartbreak, but the press does need to get her on the Boom Broadcasting payroll. I mean, she has done some graphics for Broom. Guys, I talked for 7 hours yesterday. You're gonna have to cut me some slack here. We're gonna have to cut me some slack. But yeah, the vocal cords. I still gotta work a full 40 hours this week.
It was sad.
Sad Bailey had to eat the pin. Hope this isn't her last match. Why would it be her last match?
Wait, Rick, what?
Rick, what are you
Why
talking?
are we just writing Bailey off all of a sudden?
She's fine. She's gonna be she's signed a contract.
Yeah.
I mean, I love our bird lady forever and always. Lyra coming out with the awesome wings as always. Bailey wasn't taking that L, or Becky wasn't taking that L after Seth went down. She's the man. Yeah, we do have to talk about. I do have a kind of a MOWM crash out that I kind of have been saving for this very occasion. Great PLE tonight. If the press doesn't get her on the payroll, we riot. Yes, please, fellas. The press. I don't know where the press is. He's probably tucked into bed, all comfy and cozy. Taking a little honk shoe. He probably rocks his little hat, his sleep hat. You know, he's got his little candelabra when he wakes up. And he's like coming through the bedroom. Like, what is that MOWM doing? And then he calls me up and fines me undisclosed amounts of money, like the son of a gun he is. This Bailey and Becky Lynch feud has to keep going. This has to go to SummerSlam. My thoughts exactly, Derek. I think we have Bailey versus Lyra for a #1 contenders match. And then we do Bailey versus Becky at what used to be the biggest party of the summer, which now just seems like it's kind of gray and sad because I guess it's in Jersey. So they were keeping up with the Jersey theme. Just the gray and sadness. Gray and sad.
2 days.
That certain kind of smell, that smelly smell you only get when you're in Jersey. But I think that is exactly what I had said during the show. As soon as the match ended, I was like, oh, yeah, we're just going to get Bailey and Becky at SummerSlam, huh?
That is what you thought. I thought we were going to have a Becky crash out if she did lose, and then we could drag it out to SummerSlam. But this is the way to do it, too.
It's an option. But I did see this tonight, and it did enrage me a little bit. Somebody had a sign that said Becky Hogan, and I need you as wrestling fans to please stop using that as an insult, because dude, Hulk Hogan sucks. We all know how much he sucks. And just to lump somebody to the liking of Becky or Sami Zayn, where a lot of people post Sammy Hogan, I'm like, that is so ass, and it's so annoying.
With Mercedes.
Yeah, Mercedes
Hogan. All over X yesterday with Mercedes Hogan. And
she lost yesterday. Mm-hmm. So there you go.
So you can't even do it
Stick anymore. That in your pipe and smoke it, okay? Logan James is in the building. Logan, we needed you last night.
Where were you?
Because we didn't know who one of the women was in the women's casino gauntlet match. And I know damn well you would have known who it was. But what did you say here? Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley felt like the women's version of Swerve Ospreay. Absolute 5-star match. This is why Io is the greatest. She delivers every single time. Absolutely, Logan. Io Sky, the genius of the Sky, is one of my favorites right now. Haley loves her here. Mm-hmm. The Missus loves her.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Looks like Io Sky's taking some time off from WWE. She really gives us everything during her run. Definitely deserves the break. Maybe she is taking some time off. Maybe they were. Maybe that was the decision here. But I guess the main event was probably one of the best women's matches of the weekend. It's up there. I mean, Tony and Mercedes was
great,
iconic.
It was amazing.
It was fantastic. And then Wayne said they were saying it to Mercedes as well. Yep. Yeah, and it's annoying. Well said. Please stop it. People with that guy's name. Exactly. Mm-hmm. I mean, we need to end it off. We got to stop it, guys. Come up with something else. You want to, she's this or whatever. Like, just come up with something else. Like, I would much rather you be like, oh, Super Becky or Super Mercedes, like we used to call Cena. You know, oh, Super Cena's got the golden shovel out. You know, he's gonna bury this person. You know, I'd much rather you put like a super in front of it, how we did for Cena, than you go Becky Hogan or Mercedes Hogan or Sammy Hogan or this Hogan. It's silly. It's annoying. And we don't have to take time away from the women here tonight to talk about it. But yeah, triple threat, fantastic opener for the premium live event. And then to be honest, you know, this show did not have a ton of build for a lot of these matches besides on NXT.
Yeah.
And the NXT Women's Championship match, I thought, was a kind of a little bit of a hidden gem here tonight on the show. It was a little bit quicker than most of the other matches, time-wise, but I thought it was a very good match. Jordan Grace and JC Jane, I think it's time you guys put some respect on JC Jane's name. She's not just a fluke. She's been here for 5 years. She's continued to get better. And dare I say, going back to Toxic Attraction, she kind of was the standout of the group, if you really look back and think about it. And she gets a chance here on the all-women's premium live event against Jordan Grace, who another incredible women's talent. Did you have anything out of this match that you really liked?
A lot of it. I really liked a lot of it. I loved the fact that they were able to give them a chance to shine tonight, even if, like you said, it was a little shorter than anticipated. I think that, especially with the turn with Blake Monroe, almost got her name wrong. Stupid finger. Every time I see Blake Monroe do the finger now, I'm only going to think of this one.
I know Mark loves it. Where's Mark? Mark fell asleep. Mark saw Blake Monroe was no longer on his screen, turned that off, and was like, I'm done. I don't care. No, but for real. Come on now. Come on. Yeah. Look, we're twins. We can be twins.
You can't even tell the difference.
You can't even tell spot the difference. Spot the difference. All right? Spot the difference. Mike needs to do that finger more often. LOL. Have you ever tried this one? Have you ever? What up, Mike? What up, Mike? How are you? Shout out to Media Moguls Productions. Go check him out on YouTube, Instagram. Go shoot him a follow. Great dude. She's blonde and you're not. You haven't seen Mariah May, Blake Monroe, and me in the same room at the same time. I'm just saying. Or maybe the beard. Maybe the beard. Maybe the beard.
The beard might.
The beard might. See, I knew I should have worn the blonde wig today.
You know.
We should have put the blonde wig on.
I did suggest it.
You just suggested. It was a suggestion. We'll see. Well, you never know what we're going to hit you with. You never know. No, but Mariah May, Blake Monroe, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time. That is the face of pure evil. We go from to I'm going to kill you and I'm going to ruin your life and I'm going to make your life a living hell. That is what we're getting from Mariah May now. So it is clear and evident that Mariah May will be the cornerstone of the women's division in NXT.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That the missus in full agreement.
That's how she comes in. She comes in really sweet and innocent and picks a friend to be with, and then she turns on them, goes straight into bad bitch mode, and just kicks some butt.
Well, we know Jordan Grace though is she's gonna run the block. She's not happy. We saw the Juggernaut post. Blake Monroe, stop pulling a Michael Cole. You're right. That's right. What'd
you say?
I said Mariah May.
Oh.
Yeah, I pulled a Michael Cole. Candice Michelle. Candice Michelle.
Continuously.
Candice Michelle.
Poor
Candice Michelle. Poor Candice LeRae. I hope Candice LeRae.
Respect on Candice LeRae's
deserves.
name.
Candice LeRae should probably go backstage and hit Michael Cole with a finisher for that. Or maybe in the same room as El Grande Americano. You never know.
Never
the nipples don't lie. That they don't. You don't know. Mike in a blonde wig. I'll donate now, dude.
We have one.
We have it. We could do it. It's just we're not going to do it. we're just not going to do it. I'm not giving you guys that material, that blackmail material, you know. Good match here. Blake Monroe. There you go. It's what more could you ask for? What more could you ask for? She's better as an evil witch than she is as a fun-loving, oh, I'm so happy, I love you, my muscle muffin. I like it. I would much rather have her be evil and dastardly and with that killer grin than all fun-loving and innocent and whatnot that we had for the first few weeks of Blake Monroe in NXT. Yeah, I know. It's tough, man. Blake Monroe is just such a...
Monroe. Blake Monroe.
Yeah. Sure. That's what they all say. Monroe Grace could be the feud of the year in NXT. If done right. I kind of wish Monroe just came in immediately as heel. The turn didn't seem necessary. We had that already from her. Well, you had to give... I think the reason why they did that is they wanted to have Mariah come in and because they knew the crowd was going to cheer her and they wanted to pair her up with another crowd favorite with Jordan. And I think they do that effectively by having them team up against, Fatal Influence and then inevitably having Blake turn her back on her. And I think there's a lot that can be said when it comes to how the Great American Bash tag match ended with Monroe pinning JC Jane, the current champion. And then now tonight, Jordan Grace gets an opportunity against JC Jane for the title. So you could easily spin that on Tuesday as is, if you're my friend, you could have asked to get me inserted in the title match because I pinned you. There's so many different kind of layers to it. I just feel like they wanted to get Jordan and Mariah on opposite sides and they didn't know really how to do it. So they did it this way so that Jordan goes to the main roster. Jordan's going to go to the main roster. And I don't like that they're using Jordan as a way to get over Mariah. But Jordan going to the main roster makes all the sense in the world. And that kind of ties into what media is saying here. Because she's been in WWE almost 7 months and hasn't won any type of title yet and just keeps getting close and gets the rug pulled out from her. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think her time will come when she gets to the main roster, to be honest. I think Jordan is a person that, depending on what brand she goes to, I think the rumors are SmackDown. So I could see her chasing Julia, coming in, going after Julia. I could even see her maybe coming after Tiffany or Jade or someone, who has that title. So we'll see. Io Sky still has an undefeated streak against Rhea in one-on-one matches. I'm happy that's true. Rhea still can't beat Io Sky. That were hinting at a double turn. You didn't know which way it was going. True, you did not know. Makes sense, Mike. Does it really, Wayne? Because I didn't think it made sense as I said it. I felt like I was just yapping the yap. Because you could tell me if I was just yapping the yap. Because I yapped for 7 hours yesterday, and we did it. Also, next AEW show is against NXT. Makes sense to have Monroe Grace there. Absolutely. They love it. Petty.
Head-to-head again.
PKO. Petty KO. I'm sure Masha Slamovich wins the NXT Women's Championship. Yes. Good segue, Logan. You're on the ball, bro. You are, ball. You're a habitual ball knower because that's a great talking point here for us on the Nightcap is that Jordan Grace does not get to face another foe from her past from Impact at Slammiversary against Masha Slamovich. JC Jane gets Masha Slamovich, title versus title, winner take all. Now, honey, my dear.
Yeah.
What do you think when we look at Slammiversary next week for TNA?
Mm-hmm.
Do you see JC Jane becoming a double champ, or you think Masha will be a double champ when it's said and done?
I think that they're going to give it to JC. The reason I think they're going to give it to JC is that I don't think they have enough support for Masha yet for her to have both titles like that.
Interesting. Okay. Interesting. I think we see Blake and Jordan get involved. I think that's a good...
A lot of shenanigans.
Yeah, a lot of shenanigans is going to happen. Jordan really doesn't need a title in NXT. She's always going to be over. Okay, good sub point there, Derek. I like that point. We'll see, man. NXT and TNA are starting to get kind of more intertwined as the weeks progress, we know Trick, Santana, and Joe Hendry have a triple threat at Slammiversary for the TNA championship. We now know NXT has representation with JC Jane versus Masha in a winner-take-all women's championship match. So as we continue with this partnership, I truly, fully believe we're going to see TNA and NXT inevitably have some sort of cross-branded pay-per-view. Educate me. Have we seen a WWE NXT belt go to TNA yet? No, we have not. We have not. Am I the only one thinking this WWE TNA partnership is favored more for WWE than TNA? Yes and no. Yes and no, because it's helping I think it's more helping WWE get more people reps in that haven't maybe been given a chance to get those reps in on NXT or the main roster. And I think it helps TNA because now you're getting TNA familiar with stars.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, we did start off the partnership with a WWE NXT superstar grabbing their main title and bringing it to the WWE side. So maybe we just have to be a little bit more patient with it. But I think it has helped TNA. I really do think it has. Do you think it has, or do you think it has not been as leveled?
I think it's kind of slowly getting leveled, but I think in the beginning, like you said, it wasn't really leveled. It was more on the WWE side, and as we've gone, but I thought that I think it was a very 50-50 exchange between the two of them when they decided to do this, because they're like, well, you'll get more viewership. We'll be able to showcase more talent. Your talent will be able to be more showcased with us. And I think slowly it's coming together on like an even scale.
Okay. Good points. I like it. Yeah, I do think coming out of it, I think Masha will grab the title from JC Jane. I think that's gonna be the way they pay that off. I'm not a WWE fan. I don't think that's a secret, but any exposure for Axis, I think, is a win for those on TNA. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, Wayne. And that's a great third person perspective too, since you're not, necessarily a massive WWE fan and you're a big AEW guy. I want to see main roster people show up in TNA. Yeah, I'm waiting for it, bro. I'm waiting for AJ Styles. I personally would have liked to see AJ Styles on the Slammiversary card in some form because AJ Styles is a legend of TNA. I would like to see Drew McIntyre spin down to TNA at some point. If you're gonna just give Drew McIntyre stuff with Logan Paul, send him to TNA where he hung out for a couple bit. Let him MCMG. Yeah, of course. But no, good stuff here all around. JC Jane and Jordan Grace, they were in a tough spot coming behind that triple threat, which really set the tone. But I thought they were a very, very welcome addition to the momentum we saw early on with the Evolution PLE. The Fatal 4-Way Women's Tag Team Championship match, Raquel and Roxanne, Kabuki Warriors, Charlotte and Alexa, Sol Ruka, Zarya. Anything coming out off the top of your dome that you have notable from this? The people are all ears. The people are all ears.
So we went into this match. We talked about this before the show when we were watching it, that we anticipated Zarya and Sol Ruka coming out with the win on this one.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because they're really pushing Sol right now. And Zarya as well, but I think Sol more. And I thought that this match was really great. I thought that there was a lot of different, how would you word this? You go.
How would I word? There was a lot of different.
You
go.
have my brainwave.
I have your brainwave.
Yeah, I'm sending it to
thought
you.
there was a lot. You thought there was a lot of different interactions with different, the women all having different interactions and kind of the offense and
yes,
kind of.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay. Gotcha. See, we are on the same wavelength, I guess. Charlotte saving Alexa was awesome.
Yes.
That was a really cool moment here in the tag match. Let's see. Do we have
a photo?
I do have a great photo of the two of them before the match started. We do have some visual aids, of course, for the people at home. I do have a little bit of an ADHD brain. So sometimes I do need a little bit of some visual aids to help. This definitely was one of them. That was a good visual. I did love that even Alexa herself was shocked that Charlotte saved her. I was also pulling for Zarya and Sol. Sol has 2 titles. Zarya needs to do something meaningful. She's been in WWE as long as Grace. Yeah, I think I expect Zarya to probably snap out of the tag team partnership that her and Sol have at some point and maybe take the North American Championship from Sol and break her hearts and kind of be a savage and kind of live up to the way she looks, because she looks like a savage, but she's like so sweet.
Yeah.
You know, she's like, it's like, she's
the
like
most hardcore exterior.
Yeah,
but it's all just cutesy inside.
Yeah, exactly. She's like that big scary biker you see. And you're like, well, that's a scary guy. I don't want to mess with him, but he's like the sweetest guy ever. And he's got like a little chihuahua as a dog. You know what I mean? Like, that's literally what it is. It's like, Sol is ready for the main roster. That Soul Snatcher is deadly.
It is absolutely insane.
Yeah, Sol is someone that if I could invest in a wrestler for the next 10 years, a lot of my stock would go into Sol Ruka. And I would put a lot of stock in Zarya too, but Sol Ruka, the things that I've seen her do is incredible. So she is extremely talented, but I am very much shocked at the conclusion of this match where we have that is not the right match. That is not the right match. We're at a sort. There we go. I am shocked at the conclusion that Roxanne and Raquel were able to retain. Did this shock you as much as it shocked me?
It did shock me a little bit, but I think what more shocked me was Roxanne full spider monkeying onto Raquel to celebrate.
She did full spider monkey.
And I'm just wondering, because Jackie mentioned it before the match. They were saying we want Liv to live tweet during this match because we want to know her reaction, and that's what I'm waiting for.
She's waiting to see what Liv's reaction to all of this is. Derek said the tag team championship match was very good. I do wish the Kabuki Warriors would do a little bit more, but it was indeed great storytelling on all sides. Yeah, and yes, Charlotte and Alexa are friends. Yes. After tonight, I'd like to see Charlotte and Alexa stick together for a bit. I would not be upset at the pairing. I think the two of them together could be a lot of fun. The Kabuki Warriors, big fan. As you know, I love me some Asuka. I love me some Kairi Sane. I do think their time in the sun will come very, very soon. I think Kabuki Warriors they're going to chase those titles a little bit on Raw. I think that's going to be the direction for a bit. Depends on what happens with Io now. I'm kind of glad. The tag titles need some stability. They do need some stability. We do need to get the seance materials out again and exercise whatever demons are being carried in those tag titles, because now we've lost another woman who held those titles, with Liv Morgan getting injured a couple weeks back. But I'm intrigued about everything when it comes to Roxanne and Raquel and their dynamic now with the Judgment Day, as well as that inevitable return of Liv Morgan. Because Liv Morgan is going to be unwell about this. Alexa makes Charlotte more likable with the crowd. They were being awful to her for a bit. That is a really good sub point to bring up here, Wayne. The Players Tribune, there was an article dropped with Charlotte just this past week. And I think a lot, and it was even mentioned on commentary by Cole and Wade tonight. And I think that really helped the fans kind of get back on her side and learn a little bit more about her. If you haven't read it, go check it out. Go read it. It's a good read, and it's a really good insight into Charlotte as the person. And I really feel bad for her. The fans have been very vicious towards her. Comments online, especially. Comments about her appearance, over these last 10 years. Comments about the way she wrestles. Comments about her acumen, comments about her family. These things weigh on someone, and people forget that that's a real person.
They have feelings. They care. Of course, they say that no matter what the crowd's chanting, it's good to them because it means that they're eliciting a reaction. However, I feel like that can weigh on a person when it's just constantly. And when you go online and you're getting death threats and hatred and just completely getting dragged through the mud for anything you do and exist, it gets to someone.
It does. It does. It absolutely does. I read the article by Charlotte. This is a truly great read. She really poured it out, and you have to admire her vulnerability. Yes, she really does get vulnerable in that article. And I'm glad that the fans tonight, I have to give Atlanta a lot of credit. They were a great crowd tonight. The crowd was incredible. You know, you had a couple guys right there on a ramp entrance that were bringing the energy. You know, I saw Ryan from the Ring the Bell podcast. You know, he's a big diva stan, big women's wrestler supporter. I saw him in attendance for this show. You know, the crowd throughout the entire night was loud. You know, this is wrestling chants, you know, women's wrestling chants, you know, this is awesome chants for multiple different matches. So what a great way to celebrate the women.
Yeah, I thought they were just so energetic the entire night. Usually it starts, or they're kind of dim in the beginning and then middle builds, and then they just kind of plateau. And I feel like it was consistent energy through the whole night. It just felt like a really positive night.
It did. That's a great way to put it. I feel like we see a lot of negativity in professional wrestling and on the internet wrestling community, which is not a real place. Remember to touch grass every once in a while, you know,
Go outside,
you know, smell some fresh air, listen to the birds chirp, listen to the bees buzz around you, you know, and in the case of us, you know, don't stay out too long or you might melt to the ground due to where we live in part. But it's not all negative and it's not all doom and gloom, especially on a night like tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think tonight reinforces what we've all felt for years. Make Evolution a more periodic event.
Yes.
Have it be a Saturday night's main event type of show. Do it 2 times a year, bare minimum. I'd like to see it quarterly. I'd like to see it 4 times a year. I'd like to see it in those gaps and those lulls of professional wrestling where you can have a Saturday night show like this, whether it's 5 matches, 6 matches, 7 matches, whatever matches, 2 matches, 3 matches, 4 matches, buckle your shoe, cat in the hat, Dr. Seuss, whatever. I'll rhyme whatever you need me to rhyme tonight to get the point across. But the point is you can do so much. You have one of the biggest women's rosters in professional wrestling across NXT.
It's fully stacked.
It's so stacked.
You could use everyone. Everyone could be utilized and showcased and have their moment.
Exactly.
If they're just given the chance.
If you just that's what the evolution and the women's revolution started on. Just give the divas a chance. Give the women a chance. And we've morphed from that moment to this moment. 8 years later, after us begging and pleading the company to do it, they do it. They come true. Don't let up on them. Keep your neck on their throats. Seriously. Mm-hmm. If we don't continue to stay vocal and have the company know that we liked what we saw tonight and we want more of this, they will put it to the wayside. They will backburner it, and you won't get an Evolution 3 or 4 or 5. Continue to stay vocal, because I think that's how we drive home the point that we want women's wrestling and we want more of it. And it is a lot of virtue calling and signal calling, because on a weekly basis, maybe we get 1 or 2 women's matches on, you know, each major show except NXT, because Shawn Michaels is a wizard. But at its core, you can do this more. You can do this more. And tonight is a true testament that you can do more. The women's championship match, Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus. Tiffy time versus Trishy time. It's like looking in. It's like Back to the Future here. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like looking in the past to the future. It's like
you've got a legend with the up and coming.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Great way to put it. You know, and
yeah, don't call her old.
I'm not calling her old. Why would I ever call her old? The woman is incredible. She's in incredible shape. Damn. I would not call a woman old. You know me better than that. Jeez. She's gonna suplex me through the table now. Next. She's running the nightcap
They're
tomorrow
gonna
for that.
They're gonna think I'm violent.
She's violent. She's violent, dude. She hits me with the "this is my brutality," dude, and I know it's over, dude. She Spartan kicks me. She Spartan kicked me through the door today. You believe that? Right through the door, she Spartan kicked me. Boom. What the hell was that? I don't know. She said, "You weren't moving fast enough." I said, "All right, I'm sorry."
Back to the match.
Yep. No, this is what the people want. This is what the people have begged for years. This is what I am the people. We
are
the
the
people.
people.
I'm the people. I wanted banter. I wanted shenanigans. This exceeded my expectations. This match had no build. Absolute zero build. Built in the last 2 weeks. This match was built by
a couple promos.
Yeah, they did a couple promos and that was it. None of these matches really got a solid build except like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah.
But for what it was, the build, like if Triple H would have put more time into this match, I feel like you would be talking about this more than you are. But this exceeded my expectations. Trish looks great.
Yeah.
Trish looks good.
Doing great in the ring.
I'm not mad if we have Trish come back around and have a tag team match or 2, or have a match for a mid-card title, have a match against a Julia, have a match against a Jordan Grace or something for a U.S. title. I'm okay and fine and dandy with that. But anything from your viewing that you saw in this match?
Just that they went absolutely insane with each other. I think that Trish, I was just astounded. Just like, so he has been trying to basically, I want to say teach me. I mean, it's been like 5 years now. I'm getting better. But show me like the vault and the really kind of, I would say, most iconic matches to know. And Trish back in the day, wow. And Trish today, wow. And I think he said the story the other night on the nightcap of when we had our little run-in with Trish Stratus at the WWE shop.
I'm satisfied.
And he was so starstruck.
I'm satisfied.
He kept saying, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied.
I'm satisfied. I wish we had the footage to pull up here. Unfortunately, we tried to find it. We can't find the video. But maybe one of these days I'll show you the video.
MOWM vault.
It's in the MOWM vault.
We'll
and
find it.
Much like the Disney vault, once it gets locked away,
It's gone.
It's gone, baby. It's gone. No, but that's it. That's incredible. No, yeah, I have tried to show her some of the most iconic, matches and things. I did take her through most of the Shield and some of the iconic moments with the Shield, and I showed her the inevitable betrayer by her favorite wrestler, Seth freaking Rollins. And so we try our best. Me being a Trish fan, far left, you just killed all the power. No, we're still live.
Oh my God.
Killed the TV.
Oh,
I told you, far left. She doesn't listen. Give the women their own show. Yes, Tommy Feds. I would not be mad if WWE did a women's only show on Peacock on a Thursday night, a Wednesday night. Even if they were to say, hey, we're going to do 3 hours of NXT where the third hour is women's only on Peacock. Would not be mad at that either.
Nope.
Me being a Trish fan growing up, and I know she's up in age, but she has lost a step or two. I noticed that tonight. Look, obviously when we have wrestlers that do get older, right? That's the nature of the beast. We're all going to get older, and we're not going to be able to do some of the things we may have been able to do when we were younger or do in the same way we were. But at its core, Trish did put on a good match night. She even took the end of Heartache. We got Tiffany Stratton doing her best Roddy Strong impersonations out there. I thought Trish and Tiffany excelled and exceeded my expectations of this match. And I think Trish does have a few more matches left that she can go. I thought for a minute there when Trish was in the ring by herself, I thought Lita was going to come out and we were going to circle back to how Trish took Lita out all those years ago when she was in her Thank You Trish era with beefing with Becky and everything. I thought Lita was going to make an appearance, which I was shocked to not even really get any sort of recognition towards Lita. There was a few women that were left out of just in general, but I was happy to see some of the women that they were able to include, which was one of my all-time favorites. Melina was in attendance, and you could tell how happy she was to be there and to take it in and be there and, you know, be celebrated, because that's what it's all about. It's about the women of the past paving the way for the women of now and the women of the future, and the women of now paving the way for the future, because women's wrestling has constantly evolved, pun intended, over the last few years, and it continues to become a main fixture on television. And I think that's what we need more of. And I think the women would benefit from their own show, like Dami said. The no-holds-barred match, Naomi versus Jade Cargill, with special guest referee, the EST of WWE, Bianca Belair. And, you know, we actually haven't had a chance to tell the story on air. But this photo right here, mind the glare, there is Jade Cargill, TBS champ, with Mrs. MOWM, and of course me. This was an iconic moment back at Double or Nothing Fan Fest 2022. 2022.
Vegas, yep.
We met Jade, and Jade
she's so nice.
Haley's. This is
Love
her
clearly
as the shirt. Yep.
Okay.
You can get this shirt on WWE Shop with my affiliate link on social media. There's your cheap plug. You can also get this Stephanie Vaquer shirt too. But tell the people about like that moment for you at FanFest with Jade.
I think it was the moment where I understood what you felt when meeting the wrestlers, because I never understood it at first when we would go for the first time together. I didn't get why you were so excited. And then when I had that interaction and she was just so kind, and I was shocked that it was free to begin with.
Yeah, we didn't even have to pay to meet Jade. Like, now you got to pay to meet her.
And they're like, oh, Jade Cargill. And we were like, oh.
Yeah, we're like, Jade? Absolutely.
Let me get in line.
Yeah, ran to that line.
So that was like kind of the big moment for me, definitely. And then we got to meet her again.
We did get to meet her again.
Which was awesome. And that's when we got that photo signed by her, because she was only doing autograph signing because WWE is stingy and doesn't let you take a picture and get an autograph unless you pay like $200.
Unless you're me and you just do it.
Or you just pull out your phone like he does.
Assume the sale. I'm a salesman. I'm a salesman for a living. Of course, I'm just going to assume the sale. ABC, baby, always be closing. You always got to be closing the deal. But no, we did get to re-meet Jade WrestleMania 40 weekend, and she was so stunned to see that picture, and once again complimented the amazing Mrs. MOWM, and, you know, inducted her into her baddie club. So, you know, Mrs. MOWM is a formal part of the baddies, you know. And another one, you know, which we'll talk about later in the Battle Royal, who was another incredible person that we got to meet. But Jade and Naomi tonight, that was a very good match. The Jaded from the top rope to Naomi through the table had me shook it. Shook it.
Stopped. I just carnage.
Just straight carnage. That's the best way to put it. We got smoke coming from the TV screen underneath the desk during the match. You had the Jaded through the table. Jade went through a table. You had kendo sticks. You had chains. You had a toolbox that Jade was going to try to kill Naomi with. I mean, this was a good no-holds-barred match. It was a little bit slower paced than most of what we saw tonight on Evolution. But really good showing for Jade tonight. I thought this might have been one of Jade's better matches, and it's crazy to see Jade and Naomi having these good matches when a lot of people were like, Jade can't wrestle, but she's been improving.
She's been putting in the work, definitely, to get better.
That PC, man, it's a life changer. Glad that Jazz was there. Jacqueline as well was there. Ivory was there. Molly Holly was there. We had Maurice. We did not get Michelle McCool, AJ Lee, Paige, Brie Bella. I thought Michelle McCool was an absolute wasted opportunity because she's literally a coach for LFG. She's literally on LFG, which is probably airing right now on A&E. Don't watch that show. Stay on the nightcap with us. You can watch that later. Don't
leave.
Don't leave. I have abandonment issues. Please don't leave me. But Michelle McCool would have been a great one to have here. We know Kelly was invited, but she didn't feel comfortable just being in the crowd waving to the fans, which I thought was like, eh. I saw Jillian Hall out of the woodwork, came out of whatever cave she's been living in these last 10 years, and even said that, WWE has never been in contact with her. Like, Jillian Hall, come on now. I would have loved to have Jillian Hall pop up with a little Britney Spears mic and give us an off-tune version of a song that we don't know the lyrics to. You and Mrs. MOW meeting Jade, that was awesome. Got to steal that one, ABC. It always be closing, baby. I'm pretty sure it's from Wolf of Wall Street. I just want you to just know that. I stole that from Wolf of Wall Street. That is not an MOWM original, even though I do have some originals out there, No Lita. Exactly. No Lita.
That one was the shocker.
That was a big shocker, too, for me. Another missed opportunity. I agree. I was happy. Like I said, I was happy to see Melina because I feel like she's been one that WWE always tends to forget about. And, dude, Melina had a huge impact, in that time of wrestling. She's a former women's champ, 2-time women's champ. You know what I mean? Like, the numbers don't lie, and I think we could have gotten more legends tonight. Alundra Blaze, we saw Alundra Blaze. Medusa was there. I think I got every single.
I think you did.
I think I got.
Did you say Tori?
Oh, Tori Wilson. Yeah, I forgot
Wilson.
about Tori Wilson. Dirty Dom's childhood crush and everyone's first crush, I guess, unless you were Trish. You were either a Trish or a Tori guy. No Mickie James or Gail Kim.
Yeah,
another one.
sure.
No Mickie James, Gail Kim. I didn't think they would have Gail Kim. Would have liked to seen Victoria. We had Ivory. I would have liked to, gotten that. Obviously Michael Cole had Candice Michelle on the mind. Could have had Candice Michelle pop up. But this no holds barred match was fun. I did enjoy it. I had a good time watching this. So was the Women's Evolution Battle Royal, which was a really fun match. No Awesome Kong. They're not going to talk about Awesome Kong. I think she had some stuff come up with her. Would have loved to seen ODB. Not, they're not calling ODB up. TNA original ODB. Queen Charmel. True. Can't forget about Booker's queen. I have my queen here with me, so you don't have to worry.
Cheese ball.
Yeah. I'm getting brownie points. Making sure I'm covering bases here. I don't want so far. Bring you right back to the beginning of the show. Yeah, so far, we're success story so far.
That is called a callback.
That's called a callback. Yeah, it's a touch point. Boop.
So the battle royal. My bedtime alarm goes off.
The bedtime alarm's going off.
30.
The Mrs. MOWM's a grandma. She goes to sleep early. She needs her beauty rests. It's paying off. To use Shotzi Blackheart's the TCB. The Evolution Battle Royal was good. I was very happy. Another favorite of ours in the household, Lash Legend.
Yes.
Miss the Bougie Bully, number 2. She was the second. She was the last 2. Her and Stephanie Vacure, last 2 in the Women's Battle Royal. She even eliminated Nikki Bella. Lash Legend, when they did the shot of Zelina Vega, Lash Legend looked like Andre the Giant compared to Zelina Vega.
It made her look so tiny.
They made poor Zelina look so small. Tossed Zelina's ass over the ropes into the women. Lash Legend, the future is bright. And Lash Legend is another one that we had the pleasure of meeting. Lash Legend loved this one.
Absolute angel.
Even threw some shade at me and was like, this your man's?
He better treat you right. He does. I did stick up for you.
She did stick up for me. She does have my back. She is my tag team partner. Lash is so freaking ready for the main roster.
Thank you, Derek. Yes, she absolutely is.
I'd love to see Lash and Jade go at it. I'd love to see Lash and Bianca do the dance. I'd love to see Lash and Rhea. Lash and Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
Lash and Jordan Grace would be fun.
Lash and Jordan Grace would be great.
Stephanie Vacure busting out that Devil's Kiss tonight to eliminate Lash, which is a wild way to eliminate a woman.
Mm-hmm.
The Devil's Kiss. Is it getting overused?
No.
It'll never get overused.
I don't think it's getting overused because listen, if everyone is just eating it up, keep it going. Why take it away? Just asking.
Even Lash and Nia would be good too. I'd love to see those two big, meaty women bump meat on a Monday Night Raw episode. That's for damn sure. I love to see Lash Legend hit her with that Hogan Power Slam. Power Slam Nia. I'd love to see that. What are you looking at me like that?
I'm thinking.
Thinking?
Yeah.
Thinking about other dream matches for Lash Legend?
Yes. But
or thinking about you're gonna hit me with the Devil's Kiss here real quick on a floor
on live.
On live. She keeps giving me the look. She said, dude, I'm winning the stream. If I'm not here tomorrow for Raw and she's in my seat, you know what happened. She took me out. She eliminated me from the Royal Rumble of life. And that's it. She took me right out. But no, this Battle Royal was fun. Good ode to the first Evolution. Stephanie Vacure getting a massive win here.
Oh, yeah.
This is going to be huge because now Stephanie has the opportunity at the title at Clash in Paris. We don't know which world title. They didn't tell us tonight because they probably didn't know who was going to be champ at the end of the night with Rhea and Io. And it wasn't either of them. It was Naomi. So we might be getting Steph versus Naomi at Clash at the end of August. We might be getting Steph versus Jade or Tiffany or somebody completely off the wall that we haven't even thought about who could be winning the title at SummerSlam. So there's a lot of different things going on here now. But Stephanie has a guaranteed title match. They got to do something with Lash. She was in the WNBA at some point. She was in the WNBA. I hope they do something with Lash. Unfortunately, we lost Miss Jackson. That was a damn shame that we lost her and, the tag team of Lash and Jakara because before they even got to win tag titles. But if Lash can get a little bit of a shot, I think you have another core powerhouse in the division.
Which I think today, with her being one of the last in the Battle Royal, gave her a little bit of that push.
And beating Nikki Bella, eliminating Nikki Bella.
Nikki Bella, yeah.
Kicking Nikki Bella's ass right over there.
There's your wrong prediction again.
Thanks.
Well, you said she was going to win.
What did I go on Evolution tonight? I said Bailey wrong. Wrong. I said Nikki Bella was going to win the Battle Royal. Wrong. I said Sol and Zarya were going to win the tag titles.
Wrong.
Wrong. I said Io was going to win the title. Wrong. I said Jordan Grace was going to win the NXT championship. Wrong. And I said Tiffany was going to retain against Trish. Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
There's the one.
So I got 1 out of 6. 1 out of 6?
At least for the one with Jordan Grace, you did say that while you are picking her, you don't think she's actually going to win because Blake Monroe's going to turn on her and cost her the match.
I did say Blake Monroe was going to break our hearts, and Blake Monroe did break our hearts. That's every time I say.
Is that how you're going to remember Blake Monroe?
That's how. Have you ever tried?
Make it stop.
Have you ever?
The internet can stop this. You guys can stop this.
You can't stop it. I'm doing it forever.
With the brow?
With the brow. With the rock brow. That's a look. Someone screenshotted that. And now they're gonna hold it against me for the future.
Blackmail.
Relax, settle down over here. Blackmail, relax. Any thoughts on the women's battle royal? Anything that stuck out to you besides Michael Cole constantly calling us Candice LeRae, Candice Michelle?
Yeah, Maxine was hooping.
Maxine was hooping.
Maxine came out so strong, and I really liked that we got to see her with Natalya as well. Although they never push Natty the way they should. She is just such an underrated talent. She's so good. And she just helps all the younger women too, which is amazing.
And men too.
I think that I thought it was a fun little bit that they did the worm together.
Yes, I did. I did like that. I did like that.
I did not like how they just like kicked her out so fast though.
Well, I mean, we knew that she wasn't gonna. We didn't think she was gonna get the win here.
No, but I didn't think that it was gonna be that quick either.
I didn't think it was gonna be that quick either. But she did get to do her worm. She did do the worm, and then Natalie did a version of the worm.
Mm-hmm.
So good. So it was good. So it was good. It was good stuff. It was good stuff. I liked the battle royal. I had fun. No surprises, though. Kind of sad, but that's okay because it gave shine to the active women's roster. And that's something we kind of needed right now.
And also, if you did watch it without commercials, you could tell how much fun everyone was having.
Yeah, all the women were having,
having
fun.
a
Every
blast.
woman, if you have the Cock Premium, get your minds out of the gutters. Peacock Premium, okay? Ad-free Peacock, ad-free cock. All right. We got all the women's entrances. So all the women got their entrances, even though some of them were a little bit shorter, but they all got their entrances. It could have been a good chance to have some ladies from AAA and NWA in this match. It could have. Jinx, you owe me a soda. Fine. I'll take that soda now. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Right away.
Hey, relax. Some people sliding in your DMs. Don't do that. I can fight. I fight dirty. I fight dirty. I'll bite hair. I'll bite noses.
He doesn't get even. He gets ahead.
There you go. See?
But the battle royal was really good. And they also did have fun, as we said. And everyone got to do the Bella dance.
Everyone got to do the... You can look, but you can't touch. You can hear it on the stars above. Anyway.
That's our Halloween costume.
That's our Halloween costume?
Bella?
Oh, my God. Which Bella do I have to be? I gotta be Nikki? You want the hips moving? The hips don't move like they used to move, girl.
The hips don't lie.
The hips do lie. The hips creak and crack.
Guys, comment if you want to see him as Nikki Bella for Halloween this year.
I'm not shaving my beard.
In the full costume.
So it's bearded Nikki Bella. You're getting bearded Nikki Bella and you'll
Full
like
wig.
it. And you'll like it. Full wig?
Yeah. Gotta go all out.
She's just trying to pimp me out at this point. She's just trying to pimp me out for your amusement.
If the other girly pops can do it, you can do it.
What girl? What other? Who? What other girly pops? MOW is going to be in Brie mode at Halloween this year. Brie mode. I hated her song for a bit there. Brie mode. The robot Brie mode. Oh, I hated it. But listen, if I get to be Nikki Bella in the Bella Twins,
You'll do it.
I'll do it. I get to be Nikki. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. You can look, but you can't touch. You can look, but you can't touch. See, you can look, but you can't touch. Only she can touch because she's sitting right next to me. Yeah. Yeah, and she can fight too. Oh boy. This is just get to the next match. The main event here of Evolution, the Women's World Championship. Io Sky defending her title against Mommy Rhea Ripley. Both women look incredible here. Rhea Ripley, obviously, of course. Mommy. And of course, Io Sky here.
Genius of the sky.
Genius of the sky. These women were balling.
They put, as Jackie said, their souls into this match.
We're not talking The Rock asking Cody Rhodes to sell him his soul. We're talking the women put their heart and soul into this match. All the women tonight did an incredible job. There is not one negative thing that I could possibly say here tonight. The only thing that I could maybe critique, two things. Would have loved to have heard a woman on commentary.
That would have been fun.
That would have been nice. All of the referees tonight were women. Great detail. We even got a video package highlighting Jessica Carr and Daphne, the ref bay tonight, and how much this meant for them. I love that
It
kind of
was
stuff.
Such a great video package.
Jackie Redmond on the pre-show gave one of the most impassioned statements, promos, speeches that I've heard about it. And Big E as well followed suit with that. So you could tell how much this meant.
And we gave a shout out to not just the wrestlers, but all the behind the scenes women too,
Yeah, the
that make this possible.
The women in hair and makeup, the women in production, the women
Costuming.
in costumes, the women in the writer's room, the women in the board, you know. Yeah, it was great to hear that. And we even had Stephanie McMahon, you know, coming out here tonight and being the host with Joe Tessitore and even interviewing Stephanie Vacure after the Battle Royal
Giving such a
in Spanish.
Mhm.
Living up to the meme that everyone has used where Stephanie McMahon is the poster child for white women speaking Spanish for some reason. But yeah, I see.
At least she can say Stephanie's name right.
But at least she can see Stephanie's name. Stephanie Vacay.
Vacay.
Vacare. I want to go like with an Italian pronunciation for it, but obviously we can't, you know. Vacare. Stephanie Vacare. Hey, how you doing? It's Stephanie Vacare. She's gonna hit you with the devil's kiss. Bam, boom, bam, boom, bop. Done. You're done. Have a nice sleep. No, but the main event here was incredible. This is a match of the year candidate, even with the cash-in involved. A lot of people, you know, did not see Naomi cashing in tonight. Neither did we, folks.
Did not.
Neither did we.
When we heard the music, we looked at each other and we said, "Is this going to be a successful cash-in?"
I thought they were going to give us a failed cash-in. I thought I thought Jade was going to come out and stop her from cashing in and screwing her out of this. Now, this is a big plot twist. This is a huge plot twist in what I thought was going to happen. Even Michael Cole sold us this story here tonight on commentary. Naomi shocks everyone because Naomi had her eyes set on Tiffany. Mm-hmm. She never one time looked at Io. Tonight, she looked at Io and Rhea in that ring, making this a triple threat match, cashing in her briefcase successfully. Mm-hmm. The women's streak continues. Every women's Money in the Bank briefcase holder is at a perfect 100% cash in success rate. And I would have been, if you probably would have heard me in Atlanta if Naomi failed this cash in. I would have got another noise complaint. Okay. I would have been fucking pissed. But I'm so happy. But this does change things drastically. Because I thought Jade and Tiffany were going to have a match at SummerSlam because Jade won Queen of the Ring, and then Naomi would cash in on Jade, furthering the hate. Now, the plot twist is Jade. Technically, if she could, I don't know how they're going to do this storyline-wise, Jade could technically say she wants to challenge Naomi for that title because she does have the opportunity for a title at SummerSlam. So she could probably pull it and challenge Naomi for the world title at SummerSlam. And if Naomi is the champion going into Clash at Paris, I wouldn't be surprised if it's Stephanie versus Naomi in Clash in Paris, which would be tough for me because I love Naomi. I'm very vocal. She could tell you. She's heard me say this. All of you have heard me say this. The best booking decision creatively Triple H had on the road to WrestleMania was turning Naomi heel and evil.
I think that it was one of the most heartbreaking storylines for me because it was my top 3 breaking up. Got to see them be that power trio for a good chunk of time.
The big 3, yep.
Then it happened, the heartbreak. And then we found out, and everyone kind of was like, "Oh, it's going to be Bianca. It's going to be Bianca." And then, boom, it was Naomi. Big heel turn. But it was the best thing for her.
Yeah. It was. It was the best thing that they could have done for Naomi. She's the champ. And I didn't think she was going to cash in. I really thought they really did this well. Because Jade put her through the table with the Jaded from the top rope earlier. Look at her nose. Her nose is busted.
She was leaking.
She got put through a freaking table by Jade. And she had a no-holds-barred match. So I figured she was completely off the table tonight. You know, why would you cash in if you're not 100%? I would cash in the best opportunity. I'd cash in while they're in the shower. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you gonna do? You're taken by surprise. You can cash in anytime, any place, as long as you have a referee. Get the referee. I'm shooting in the locker room. I'm rolling you up 1, 2, 3. I'm keeping my eyes closed. I don't have to see anything, and I'm walking out of there the champion. I'm cashing in while you're walking in from the parking lot to the venue with the referee. I'm driving cross country with a referee in my passenger seat. If I'm the Money in the Bank briefcase holder. Everywhere you go, I'm going to be a threat. Am I going to cash in on your hotel lobby? Is it going to happen in the elevator? Are you going to be with your family at the water park? Am I coming to cash in? Are you going to be at Monster Jam? Are you going to be at the Beyonce concert next door? Because I'm cashing in at Beyonce. I'm cashing in where you're at. That's how I'd be running the briefcase.
Triple H is on his shadow account going, write that down, write that down.
Well, Triple H is on a shadow account because for weeks I've been begging on the nightcap to get gauntlet matches back. And what's on Monday night?
A gauntlet match.
Well, you look at that. Who's watching? Which one of you are a spy for WWE? Because I have been begging for months when we have tournaments and we have other things going on and we need number one contenders and things like that. Why are we not utilizing one of the best matches that WWE has created over the last 10 years, the gauntlet match? That is a great match. I was there for the first one they did. It went an hour and a half. It was the entire Raw episode. It was so damn good. And we haven't had a good one really since Kofi Mania when they did the tag team gauntlet match and the Usos stepped aside so the New Day could win for Kofi to get to that WrestleMania match. Someone's watching. So Triple H is on the burner, Shawn Michaels, somebody in creative, one of you WWE writers, something. You're hearing me because I've been asking for a gauntlet match. I said that Roxanne was going to take over the tag titles with Raquel. Nailed that. I said we need to bring back gauntlet matches. We got gauntlet matches back. What else did I say recently that happened that came true on the nightcap? There was something else. There's another big one that I said and it ended up happening.
The Blake Monroe thing happened.
Blake Monroe thing happened, yeah.
But that wasn't that big.
No.
Because
everyone kind of knew that was coming. There's something else. We're
blanking.
We're blanking. It's fine.
It's late.
But at its core tonight, this was a match of the year, even though with a cash-in. I think Rhea and Io, I could watch them wrestle every week.
Oh, yeah.
I could watch them do this again and again. I think Triple H might have found his... Because she's not a heel, so I can't really give this I can't give this analogy, but it's tough. But like Triple H may have found his consistent rivalry when it comes to the women with Io and Rhea. And there's a great story with them. Obviously, Rhea's never beat Io. Io's undefeated against Rhea in singles matches and in championship matches. So there's a lot of different like little bits and pieces going into that, which make it even more unique and interesting for them. But what a great evolution here tonight. Like I had a great time watching it. Obviously this being the image to end the night on is incredible. You know, obviously we had, you know, the unlikely duo of Blake and Jordan, and then obviously Blake Monroe turning. We had Alexa and Charlotte. You know, obviously we had Rhea and Io here. You know, the evolution was an absolute success. And I would like to see this happen again and again and again and again. I would like to see them do this more than once every 8 years.
Yes, please.
So
seriously.
if you are affiliated with the WWE and for whatever reason you like to steal MOWM's ideas, let's have Evolution 4 times a year. Let's do it quarterly. And let's show the world that women's wrestling to you, the company, is important and matters. Straight up.
Mm-hmm.
Io versus Rhea, I'd like to see them running it back very soon.
Absolutely.
Rhea and Io did not proceed with caution.
No, they did not.
When Stephanie said that wrestling is my first language, instant pop. Facts, Derek. That was a great line from Stephanie. Stephanie busting out the English may not be my first language, but wrestling is my first language. Chef's kiss. You couldn't have said it better for her. But I had a good time tonight. Mrs., did you have a good time tonight?
I had a wonderful time tonight. Very.
Did you have a good time hanging out on the nightcap?
Very fun.
We'll get you back on. Tomorrow you're hosting the Raw Nightcap.
I'm not hosting.
She's hosting the Raw Nightcap
I'm not
tomorrow, folks.
Raw.
She's hosting the Raw Nightcap.
Not
No,
doing that to you guys.
all jokes aside, I will most likely be back tomorrow after Raw for the Nightcap on Boom Broadcasting. No, the missus will not be joining the show. I'm sorry to make you all sad. I know you'd much rather look at her than me here. Trust me, I do too. But I will be back for Raw tomorrow. We've got the gauntlet match. We've got the fallout from a shitty Saturday night's main event. And we have the fallout from an incredible Evolution. We're going to find out what's going on with Seth friggin' Rollins and the Money in the Bank briefcase, hopefully. We're going to hopefully hear from Stephanie Vacure after her big battle royal win. Hopefully, we'll have Naomi on Raw as the new World Women's Heavyweight Champion after she cashed in tonight. And we're going to get a gauntlet match with LA Knight, Penta, CM Punk, and Braun Breaker. And there's someone else I'm missing in that mix there. Maybe El Grande Americano. I don't know. But we got a lot going on tomorrow for Raw. It's been an incredible weekend of wrestling. Seriously, guys, if you were here yesterday for the 7-hour stream for the great All-In Saturday night's main event, thank you for hanging out yesterday. We did incredible numbers. I totaled up all the numbers from last night's stream across social media platforms. We hit over 1,200 viewers. So thank you guys so much, all of you, for watching it, liking, subscribing, and commenting and interacting with me yesterday. Derek, especially, we had Shannon and Sean from Boom. We had Rick and Mark and Four Sides of the Ring in the comments. We had our great new friend, Toby, Logan James. You guys all hung out yesterday. It was a great time. It was incredible. I did do pretty bad on the predictions side this week. For AEW, we had 9 matches and I went 7-2. I was wrong on the women's gauntlet match and I was wrong with Omega and Okada. I did not count Dustin winning the TNT championship because that match did not happen as gold. So technically, I guess 6-2 if you don't count that match for AEW, which is pretty solid. For Saturday night's main event, I went 2-2. I got LA Knight and Solo Sikoa right, and I got Randy and Drew wrong, and of course Gunther and Goldberg I got wrong. And for the Great American Bash, I believe I went 4-1. My only match I got wrong was Ricky Saints and All Ego Ethan Page.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so good stuff overall on the prediction side. Over 1,200 viewers. That is amazing. Yes, Derek. Over 1,200 people tuned into you and I for most of the day talking wrestling. And then, of course, Sean and Shannon came in to close down the show with you and me. But yeah, we did over 1,200 viewers across Facebook, YouTube's, Twitter, and Twitch. So it was an incredible time, guys. We're going to probably do one of those again. We'll do an all-day stream. I'm thinking SummerSlam is the target. Maybe night 1 we do that live. Night 2 we do a nightcap. We'll see how the vibes go. We'll see what the schedule looks like. But Mrs. MOWM, do you have anything you want to say to the people before we log out?
Thanks for listening to him yap about wrestling.
I guess that's what she's got to say. One more time. One more time. One. I don't know what you're trying to say, Sean.
One more time. One.
One more time. One. One more time. One more time.
Oh.
We'll get her back on. We'll get her back on. Don't worry. I'll convince her. She's got a taste of it now. So now she knows what to expect. But seriously, guys, that's it for us. We're done. Nightcap's over. We're going to go hang out. We're going to go relax. Maybe not think about wrestling for the next 12 hours until I'm back for Raw tomorrow, after Raw ends. But thank you guys so much for showing love. Thanks for the missus here for hanging out with me and coming on the show. And thanks to all of you guys for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.